Good evening from InvestSharp. This is Randy Smoton with your Monday, May 17th market update. On the economic front, the monthly Treasury International Capital showed strong foreign demand for long-term U.S. securities with 140.5 billion of inflows, of which 108.4 billion were in U.S. Treasuries. The U.S. Housing Market Index came in at 22 for May. That was up a few points from the prior month, with home builders a little more optimistic. On deck for tomorrow are the monthly U.S. housing starts and the producer price index. The dollar was mostly flat today. Gold, silver, copper, and oil were all down. So light sweet crude futures were down another $1.53 to settle at $70.08 a barrel. Looking at the UUP, the dollar ETF. So we're seeing this nice cup here. Big rounded bottom on the dollar. So it did pull, the dollar definitely pulled back off its highs, so it may do a little retracing here. Let's take a look at the Dow. And we already know the point figure chart on oil looks awful, and the price objective is about 62. So there's no sense in going looking at it. We're not oil continues to weaken. So at some point, I'm sure it'll get a bounce. The Dow closed up 5 points to 10,625. S&P closed up 1 point to 1,136. Nasdaq closed up 7 points to 2,354, and the Russell closed up 1 point to 695. Nasdaq had the largest percent gain, up 0.31%. The Dow had the smallest percent gain, up 0.05%. Of course, the obvious market was way off its lows because it was pretty nasty most of the day, as you can tell. Got down here as low as, 10,436 on the Dow. So very big move up. Pretty bullish. We were definitely due for a bounce. And let's see the volume. Volume across the indices were pretty high again today. They were up higher than average. So, definitely I think a lot of people are playing the market right now. A lot of day trading going on, even by the hedge funds and stuff, and that's about it. Of course, we are still below the 50-day moving averages on the Dow, the S&P, Nasdaq, Russell. Everything's below its 50. I would not be surprised. I don't know how far we'll bounce. We could bounce clear back up into here. I'd be surprised if we take out this 10,900 on the Dow anytime soon. And same here. We could probably bounce clear up in here. I don't know if we'll get that far. Up to the around the 11,175 or so on the S&P. But I'm in a bear frame of mind right now. So into these big bounces, especially if we're up for a couple of days, I would be looking for new shorts personally, but we'll see if that plays out or not. That's the way I'm looking at it right now. Let's see. Let's look at gold. Gold pulled back a little bit today here, and definitely higher volume here. The MACD looks good though, so gold could pull back. We could get clear back to here, and I would still be very bullish on gold and silver. If you throw the Bollinger Band on gold, you can see we're up at the top of the band. Easily, the 30-day moving average could easily just take us back here on gold, which, if you were long it, depending, depends on if you're long options and they're, expiring soon, front month or something, you might be in trouble. But otherwise, longer term, I think gold still looks good. And of course, worst case, we can come clear back to the bottom of the Bollinger Band. I don't think we'll do that right now. And same way with silver. Silver was at the top of the Bollinger Band. Wouldn't be surprised to see it at least get back into this area here somewhere, and we could get back here, which is where the trend line is. And so, but otherwise, they're looking. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Where is that? So gold and silver are still looking real good, and you can tell they bought a little bit here on the support area there on silver today. Let's look at copper. Copper breaking lower. It was just nasty. It just, and it actually broke a support area right around this area here. Not easy. Well, it depends on, I guess, how you draw it, but it has some support here around this area. I can get the thing to. Depends on how you draw it. It bounced off possibly, so copper's still looking really bad. MACD's down. And very, very heavy selling. So I expect copper to get a bounce as well. I think everything's kind of due for a little bounce here. Euro. There's some support here around the 23 on the euro. Let's go out here. Let's go to a daily. So you can tell right around here was 123. You got a little congestion area here. So, but you did have a big breakdown of this. If you go to the weekly chart where I had the maroon line, the green line's the 123. But if you go to the weekly, I mean, this is a pretty significant breakdown here on the euro on the weekly chart. So, of course, euro continues to look pretty nasty. Let's look at the VIX. But that bounce in the euro definitely helped us because we're pretty much following the euro right now. I think wherever it goes, you can watch the FXE. VIX all the way up to about 35, pulled back, closed actually down 1.28%, down 40 cents. So it's a little bit of the volatility coming out of the market. Let's go over and look at the McClellan NYSE oscillator. So we are currently at minus 68, so we are in oversold. And of course we've got real oversold before, but we're still in oversold. So we're due for a bounce. See how high we go. But if you're going to go longs, I would probably do 1 to 2 days. I mean, you need to be careful with longs right now. Still, I'm not a fan of the market at all right now. Let's look at the sectors. So 9 of the 16 sectors we follow finished in the green today. The semi-index had the largest percent gain, up 1.56%. The gold index was the weakest, down 1.98%. Semis, Cree was up, was upgraded today or whatever. Cree had a nice day. We'll look at it here in a minute. I think it's a good short candidate into strength, like I have everything else to me right now. So that's how the sectors are looking. Over to Chart Watch. I need to hurry up. I won't get through this. Alchemy's real strong, trying to break out today. Good volume. You might be able to go long here for, like I said, a couple days. We'll see. I think expect to bounce in the market. So even in my retirement account, I am in almost all cash. The market's got too many things going on that any day could be a whole different game changer in the market again and take it slower. So this decom breaking out today, good volume. Might keep an eye on that one. Just some more ideas. This DuPont DFT broke out here. Had big volume here, but still holding. As long as it holds at 24, you could probably go long that one. Air Methods got a big breakout here. This 36 area is pretty significant, so you might want to keep an eye on that if it can hold above that 36 area. American Superconductor, nice big breakout on it today. So another one to watch. Mirror, I liked it. It broke, it has broken out above the downtrend line here, and it had a big gap up today. So if you can fill that gap, it'd be a great entry point. Possibly go along that one. MDTH break out of the downtrend line today with good volume, quite a bit move. AXL. If we bounce, you actually might be able to buy it and ride the bounce a little bit for a day or two. Obviously if it breaks down, you can short it here, but might want to keep that one. Your radar. AXP 40 is support for now. Break down, short it. Could go long here as long as it holds 40. I guess you could stay in that one. USMO, these are watch list. It went higher today, looking good. Dr. Pepper Snapple still holding, looks good. Value Click, another one from the watch list. Huge move higher today. Another one from the watch list is, come on, Dish. Still holding that 23 area, so as long as it holds that, it looks good. BGC, been watching this one. As long as it holds the downtrend line, you can stay on that one. Med still hanging tough, like it. American Greeting trying to break out higher today, looks good. JP Morgan, if it can hold this, here, it's got some trend line support here, so you might want to watch that one. X is bouncing. It's actually right at the 200-day moving averages right here on X. All right, so and it held it there. Kind of dropped below it there, but again, it's X. I would short into strength. Maybe not right now, but if you can get it back up into here, I would consider shorting X into strength. NBL, another weak one, and short into strength. ATK, short into strength. AGCO, another one I'd short into strength. Snitzer still holding this trend line. I would short this one into strength as well, or short it if it breaks down from that trend line. Cree, The MACD is just too low here. I think if Cree gets back in this area, and especially if it gets up here in tops again, I'd short Cree into strength. Jacobs, as long as it can't take out this trend line here, again, I'd short it on pops. And Apache, same way. If you can get Apache up in here, I would short it into strength. Let's take a look at the current market signals. Follow the point and figure chart for the Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P. Of course, Dow and Nasdaq remain on sale. S&P is still on a buy. And that is really all I have for today. Thanks for watching our daily market analysis.